and anticipating. For this is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on this Wednesday. And I am so excited. I get real excited when it's time for the Ramon Preston Show. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are coming on, please do your boy a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon Preston, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show. We are all live right here, right now, right from the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. We are in his house, and do I have an amazing show with things that I'm going to be discussing with you today that should change and transform your personal life, your professional life, and definitely your financial life. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, invite somebody. If you got another phone or another device, you might want to email some friends, tell them to join the show today. I am going to be sharing with you five twos for building a successful business. It's going to be a very interesting discussion. Hopefully you got some questions, so it will be a dialogue if we can converse back and forth. Drop the name of the city that you're representing today in the comments. Please, if you would be so kind, drop the name of the city that you are representing in the comments. I want to know where you're watching me from. Shout out to all of our Facebook family members and friends, our tribe members, and our YouTube family members, friends, tribe members. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be sharing with you some opportunities at the back end of this show today, because I really want you to be a part of our exclusive community as well as our public social media community. You're already a part of our community if you're watching the show, so I definitely want you to be a part of our exclusive community. So hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, share the show with somebody, give other people an opportunity to come on and get the information that I'm sharing with you today, and drop the name of the city that you are watching your boy from. It has been 6 months now. 6 months. For the past 6 months, we have been hosting this show every Monday through Friday, and it has been an amazing experience. It's been a delight for me, and I'm just so appreciative to all of you for viewing the show, for continuing to respond, give feedback, ask questions, engage, and I'm excited to celebrate so many of you that are actually taking what I'm teaching and you're implementing it in your personal, professional, and your financial life. So welcome to the Ramon Preston Show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Ramon Preston, and every Monday through Friday, we share with you information through this show that's designed to help you start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. And maybe you're like me. You've got dreams in your business, in your ministry, in your finances, for your family, for your legacy. So all the information that we share with you is specifically and strategically designed to help you start those areas off and to structure those areas properly so that you can ultimately scale all of those areas. And all the information that I share with you is a part of our organization as a whole. So whether it's our consulting division, our coaching division, our online training division, everything that I share with you on a daily basis is information that we live as a company, and it's information that we teach as a training institution, is information that we provide as services and solutions through our consulting division and our coaching program. So I'm very excited about the progress that we're making and the progress that our community is making. So shout out to all of you. Shout out to all of our coaching clients. If you're part of our coaching program, let your boy know. Let your boy know. Drop that in the comments and let the world know that you are a member of our coaching program. If you are a member of our Blueprint Game Plan, let the world know you're a member of our Blueprint Game Plan. I want you to put coaching in the comments. I want you to put Blueprint in the comments. If you've ever purchased anything from me, a book, a program, a product, a service, a workshop, a mastermind, a boot camp, anything, let the world know that you are not just a watcher. You're not just a social media engager, but you are actually a paid customer, a paid client. I appreciate you because you give me and my team an opportunity to help more people. Every time we serve you, every time we provide a solution for you, every time we extend our products and programs to you and you benefit from it, it makes our business better and it makes our impact that much more greater. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 tools for building a successful business. How many of you want to build a successful business? How many of you want to build a successful financial life? Do you want a successful business? Do you want to have success in your financial life? This is one of the critical questions that I want to ask you and that you should be asking you. Do I really want to be successful as a business owner? Do I want to be successful as a leader of my family? Do I want to be successful financially? Do I want to be successful professionally? Do I want to be successful as an entrepreneur? Maybe you're a minister, a pastor, a nonprofit executive. Okay, my question to you is, do you want to be successful? And if you do, then you have to build a successful business. You have to build a successful organization. Even if you don't want a business or an organization, let's say you just want to be successful financially. Well, you still have to build a successful financial system around the success you want in your finances. And so today I'm going to give you 5 tools to build or for building a successful business. 5 tools for building a successful business. So let's start with the key word, tool, because if I'm giving you 5 tools for building a successful business, why am I using the word tool? Why am I not using the word keys? Why am I not using the word components? Why am I not using the word elements? Why am I not using the word aspects? I am very specific when I say 5 tools for building a successful business, because these are things that you have to learn to use. See, that's the difference between a tool or a key or a component or element, because in order for a tool to work, you got to first learn how to use the tool. And once you learn how to use the tool, now you got to put the tool to work. You got to put the tool to use. So what a tool is, I want you to write this down if you're taking notes. What a tool is an instrument. A tool is an asset that is specifically used to fulfill a particular function. So when I say you need 5 tools to build a successful business, what I'm saying to you is these are the 5 instruments or assets that should be used for you to fulfill the particular function of having a successful business. And here's my disclaimer before I give you 5, because I'm always running my mouth before I give you anything that I tell you I'm going to give you. But here's my disclaimer for the day. If you don't want to be successful in business, if you don't want financial freedom, if you really don't want to be wealthy, if you don't want to have it all, what I'm saying to you is really not going to be important. Because a lot of times people listen to people like me and it doesn't resonate with them because they don't really want what people like me talk about. So I'm not talking to people who are just looking to be comfortable. I'm not talking to people who just want to make enough to be okay. I'm not talking to people who just want to have a little money saved up and a nice retirement. What I'm saying to you is it's like foreign languages. It's like trying to learn a new language and you know you don't want to learn it. What I'm saying is really for people who know they want to be successful. They want to be financially free. They want to be millionaires. They want to be rich. They want to be wealthy. You want to have an extraordinary life. You want to be able to do the things you want to do, when you want to do them, how you want to do them, where you want to do them, with who you want to do them with, because you put yourself in a position of success. So if that's you, if you want it all, if you are reaching for it all, if you want to maximize your full potential and really experience the true definition of success, then what I'm saying to you is for you, and it will work for you, okay? So there are 5 tools for building a successful business. And these tools, again, are instruments or assets that you can use to fulfill a particular function. But the function has to be clear. So I want you to really make that declaration to yourself. Say, I want a successful life. Just say it to yourself. I want a successful life. I want to be successful personally. I want to be successful professionally. And I want to be successful financially. You need to repeat that over and over again to yourself. I want to be successful. I want to be successful personally. I want to be successful professionally. And I want to be successful financially. So even before you pick up the tool, to use the tool, make the decision that what this tool is capable of doing, what these tools are capable of doing, you actually want done. It's kind of like walking in a room and you got a hammer and you got nails, right? And you got a pitcher that's sitting on the floor leaning up against the wall. Okay, in order for you to really get that hammer, get that nail, get that pitcher and put it up on the wall, you really got to want that pitcher up. And if you want the pitcher up, it might not be just because you want to see the picture. It might be because you want your spouse to see it. You want your neighbors or your guests that's coming over to see it. But you gotta want it up. And sometimes you gotta have a big enough why to put it up. Because if it's just you, you might leave it on the wall. But if it's your spouse or people coming over that's visiting to see your house, now you got a big enough reason why you want that picture up. And when you grab that hammer and you grab those nails, it don't matter how many times you tear up that drywall, in your mind, what you saying? I got to get this picture up. So now the tools are actually going to work because you've made it up in your mind that you got to get what these tools can get you to. And that is to that place of fulfillment and success. So there are 5 tools for building a successful business. I'm going to give you all 5 of them, okay? I'm going to give you all 5 of them. So what is the first thing you need, or the first tool you need to build a successful business? I want you to write this down and take these notes because this is going to be a good show today. The first tool you need is you need the right mindset. And don't make light of that, because a lot of people say that like, oh, you just need the right mindset. Don't make light of that. The first tool that you need, and I'm using the word tool because I want you to understand the right mindset is a tool. Do you understand what I'm saying? Having the right mindset is a tool. It's not just something that comes and go. See, a lot of people, they don't keep the right mindset because they don't see the mindset as a tool. Like, as a business owner, as a salesperson, just as a CEO, as an executive, one of the tools that I need is a pen. One of the tools that I need is paper. One of the tools that I need is my phone and my computer. So guess what? Pretty much everywhere I go, I'm going to have at least one, if not all of these tools that I need. There's no way you're going to see me in a business meeting and I'm like, I ain't got no phone, I ain't got no computer, I ain't got no paper, I ain't got no pen. And if I don't have it because some unforeseen situation just promptly came up, and I found myself in a business meeting without any of those tools, I'm going to start calling the people around me. Can you bring me a pen? Can you give me a piece of paper? Can you give me a phone? Can you give me a calculator? Can you give me a computer? Give me access to the tools I need, because I know in order for me to be successful in that thing, I gotta have it. That's what the right mindset needs to be. The right mindset for you, because you want to be successful personally, professionally, and financially. The right mindset is the first tool you need, and you need to use your mindset as a tool. So that means you've got to build this mental muscle to always move forward and to never stop. Some of my clients that I'm working with today, I am really pushing them to break past the inevitable challenges or walls that they are facing right now, to move beyond that so that they don't stop in their progress to win and to be successful. So when I talk to a client and they ready to fall off and they ready to give up, even if it's just a family member or friend, and they like, you know what, I'm gonna just wait to do this next year. I'm like, no, don't wait to do this next year. Push through it. Figure out how to get through this. Do not stop moving. Don't let whatever's coming against you stop you, because something else is gonna come up when this is over. And then when that ends, something else is gonna come up. There's always gonna be something that is designed to stop you in your tracks. And guess what? Sometimes the only thing that keeps you moving forward is not money. Sometimes the only thing that keeps you moving forward is not you having a business that's booming. It's not you having an opportunity. It is having the right mindset. So I want you to repeat after me. The right mindset is my greatest tool. The right mindset is your greatest tool. Let me explain to you why. There are some decisions you want to make today you won't make personally, professionally, and financially. You know why? Because you think you don't have money to make that decision. What I always tell you, every time we had that conversation about money, what I say, money is not the problem.
You always say that. I said, why did?
When you first started working for me, we used to have that conversation almost every day.
Yeah.
Every time you made a statement, I was like, nope. Go back again. Nope.
I was like, well, what is it?
And she was like, what is it? I was like, it's not the money. Let's move money out of the way.
Yeah.
That's just like you saying, let me show you what I'm saying. Here's the example I used to give my personal assistant all the time.
Yeah.
If you're thirsty, and I'm not talking about the figurative definition of thirsty. That's the hood version. The hood version of thirsty is you trying to find somebody. The literal version of thirsty is you're thirsty, you want water. So if you're thirsty for water, let me clarify that, right? If you're thirsty for water, if you're thirsty for water right now, and there's no water in this building, if you have the right mindset, if you have the wrong mindset, guess what you're gonna say? Oh, I'm thirsty. And I say, well, go get some water. Ain't no water. I can't find no water. You have the wrong mindset. There's plenty water on this planet. And what did I do that day? I brought her to the window, because across from us is a Marriott, and behind there it's like a pool. Yeah. And it's like a spa or some type of, what do you call that? Yeah, the spa, the sauna, hot tub. But it's still water in it, even though the hotel is closed. So if I needed water and there was no water in this building, the fact that I have the mindset to look out the window, I could spot what I actually need. Now, if you got the wrong mindset, hey, that water dirty. This water dirty. All water is dirty. Clean water dirty. But see, a person's mindset will push them to, yeah, but that ain't the right water. It need to be alkaline. It's purified. It's distilled. It's water. At least you've solved the problem in your mind. So the first tool for building a successful business is the right mindset. You do not have a money problem. You do not have a credit problem. You do not have a lender problem. You do not have a business problem as much as you have a mindset problem. Think of the word mindset. The word mindset is a compound word. I've been teaching this week. The word mindset is a compound word, meaning that it has a prefix and a suffix. I know you ain't been to school in a long time, but a compound word is really two words made into one. So mindset is really two words. It's the word mind, your internal person, and set, meaning to be still. So your mindset is based on data, information that you have gathered that has set your mind. So if you have the mindset that other things are creating the problems that you have, that means you got to get rid of some data. You got to get rid of some information. And you got to put the right information in, meaning that if you got a hammer in front of you and nails and a picture that needs to be on that wall, and you just don't know how to use that hammer and that nail, you can't just keep looking at that hammer and nail saying, I can't put that picture up. I don't know how to put it up. Listen, I have put pictures up without hammers and nails. Sure did. I'll grab a pen, stick the pen in the wall, and hang the doggone if I got to get it up. The other morning, me and my wife getting ready to leave the house. It's like still dark outside. And my wife, you know how the back of the bed is, you know, those drawers and all that? Well, somehow her phone fell way deep in there, and it's no dresser to pull out. It's just a plank that goes all the way back. So for like 20, 30 minutes, I see her with the flashlight. She all under there. And finally, I'm like, honey, what are you doing? She was like, my phone dropped back there. I don't even know how. And she got this hanger, but you know, she ain't never been in the hood. She wasn't raised that way. So I go over there, I get the flashlight, I look at it, right? So within 30 seconds, I'm in the kitchen. So I'm in the kitchen. I grab 2 knives. I grab a long fork. I grab a long spatula, because my mind is already processing that I got to get this phone. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because see, this is how my mind has been set. When I got to get something done, I don't care how difficult it is. I got to get that phone. I'm helping somebody because I'm talking about your business. I'm talking about that bank account that's empty right now. I'm talking about what you want to see happen that hasn't happened between January and July of 2021. And within I went and got another hanger because she had the hanger all messed up. I used to be a thief, so I know how to do hangers. So I got the hanger, I had the knife ready, I had the spatula ready, and 4 or 5 minutes later, guess what? I come out in the kitchen, and she was like, oh my God. She looking at me, she's like, wow. And guess what she had nerve to say? I'm telling on her. She had nerve to say, I'm just thank God. I'm just so glad that you got your background. You know, thank God for your background. This is what my wife is saying. She thank God for your background. I'm glad you was a thug, because there's no way if you didn't know how to steal, you could get that phone out of there. It was very, very, because you couldn't put nothing in it. It had to be very strategic. Why did you say that, Prophet Ramon? Because my mindset is to get what I gotta get done. Get what I gotta get done. This is a tool. Your mind has to be a tool. This is what I want you to see. Your mindset has to be a tool. So this is a pen. This is a tool, right? Anytime you need to write and you need a pen, that means you always gotta have a pen available. You can't put your mindset in a drawer tomorrow because they took too much money out of your account and now you're insufficient. So what? You figure out how to get past it. 3 people told you they was going to buy your products and you bought the products to put it together and they didn't buy it. 5 people signed up for your program and 4 of them didn't pay. You gotta keep moving. Your mindset has to be, I'm gonna get to where I'm going, no matter what. This is by far one of your greatest tools for success in business. Period. And here's another thing. Here's another thing with the mindset. Here's another thing I want you to think about. Some of you who are in the middle of a career or job and starting a business, you have to change your mindset to the point that you reset your mind to not use your job as one of your options. Because when you work in a job or you got a little money saved up and you trying to start a business, you give yourself too many options and you set your mind to know if your business doesn't succeed, you still gonna be able to pay your bills. But I wake up every day, I know, my mind is set to know, you better figure it out today, bruh. You better win today. And you better do enough today so that even if nothing shows up today, something shows up next week because of something you did today. And then something shows up next month because of something you did next week. That's the mindset you have to have. So I want to challenge all of you that have dreams for personal, professional, and even financial success. I want you to reset your mind today and understand that your mind will only be set as a tool when you learn to use it as a tool. This is a tool that you can learn how to use. Anybody can use a hammer. Carpenters are not the only people that can use hammers. Anybody can use a pen. I know people who ain't got hands and legs and still write. You can Google these people. There are people who have no hands and no legs and still write. They still do stuff. There are people who have no hands that can still do things that people that hands don't do. But how do they get the ability to do it? It started in there. They set their mind that, oh, if I ain't got hands, I got to learn to do it with my toes.
There's one girl eat crab legs with her feet.
Exactly. I seen that video. So there are people who don't have eyes, but they set their mind that just because I can't see physically don't mean I can't see. Now I got to see with my ears. I got to see with my feelings. I got to see with my vibrations, with my energy. All of a sudden, they set their mind on a different level to get things done that people who got all their organs and activities can't do. It's your mindset. So the first tool for building a successful business is what? You need the right mindset. The second tool, you need the right structure. And I'm so proud of some of our coaching clients because some of you, if you're in our coaching program, some of you have really just, you've impressed me, and I'm very proud of you. Hopefully I've said it to you since you've been a part of our coaching program, that I'm proud of you. And if I have said it, then you know who it is that I'm talking to. Not just because of your mindset, but secondly, because of this second tool that you need to build a successful business, and that is you need the right structure. So when I say you need the right structure, what am I talking about? Well, first of all, I'm talking about a legal structure. Now, there are some people who may, and this is going to go back to your information, because there are some people who may tell you, oh, don't worry about a business yet. Don't worry about structuring your business yet. Don't worry about the legal entity structuring part of your business. I personally think that if you build it, the people will come. Have you ever heard of that adage? If you build it, the people will come. How many of y'all have heard of that? If you build it, the people will come. You hear church people saying it a lot. If you build the church, the people will come. Build it and the people will come. It's an old adage. But I want you to use it from a different perspective. If you build or structure your business the right way, your ideas for that business will come. Your creativity for that business will come. Do you get where I'm going with that? So again, the old adage is what? If you build it, the people will come. So if you build a store, people gonna come and buy it. That's the old adage. If you build a church, the members gonna show up and praise God with you. But I want you to look at it from the perspective of structuring the right business. If you build the structure, if you create a legal entity the right way, your mind will be freed up for your creativity to come, for the ideas for that business to come. A lot of people that struggle with figuring out how to move forward are people who either have not structured a legal entity for themselves or they've structured it the wrong way. So the right structure is the second tool for building a successful business. So when I say the right structure, I'm talking about the legal structure, whether it's a LLC. I like it to be structured as a holding company only because it takes the limitations off of you and it doesn't keep you focused on one area of business that you want to operate in. Meaning that if you want to trim trees, if you want to paint canvases, if you want to sell apparel, I don't really want you to form a legal structure for that operating business. I would prefer you to form a holding company and use your holding company to form an operating business to do that specific thing, so that even if you get bored doing that one thing, or even if that one thing doesn't generate revenue or discourages you and disappoints you, now that you have a structure as a holding company built and big enough to house your ideas, those people ideas, those people concepts and creative things will still come to the building of your holding company structure. So the second tool for building a successful business is you need the right structure. You need the right legal structure. You need the right concept for that legal structure. And under the right structure is where you're going to start layering other things like, what location do I need? Where do I need my structure to be? If it's a physical structure, do I need it to be in a certain part of town? Like, I was riding on one side of a town the other day, right? And it wasn't a good side of town. It was like toe down. It was a toe down side of town. And one of the businesses that I saw in one of these plazas, and I'm not saying this to really be condescending towards anybody, because I know you do what you got to do. But then again, you don't have to do what you got to do when it comes to you lowering the standard of practice for your business. So when I was riding through this particular community and I was looking at certain pieces of real estate, I saw this specific business operation in this plaza. Here's some of the first things that came to my mind. Number one, the business owner probably went to that building because it's cheap. But you can tell it's cheap because it looks cheap. Number two, if that business owner had a consultant or some type of business coach or had the right people in their ear, that business owner probably wouldn't have started their business in that location, because somebody who knew better would have told them, this doesn't match the type of business you're trying to start. So why are you going to be in a plaza like that? Now, if that business was like a weed store, you get what I'm saying? Or a liquor store. You could put a liquor store anywhere. It's like, oh, okay, you see a liquor store in the hood or on the corner of a plaza, or if it's a small little mom and pop convenience store, you don't expect for them to have a suite in Lenox Mall. But you cannot have a certain type of business entity that you go through the process of creating a legal structure, and then as far as the location, you don't check that box. So that's another layer of the right structure: the legal entity, the concept or kind of entity you categorize it as, the location, and here's another one some people don't think about: the name. The name of your business. And I've seen this for years, because I know some of you might be surprised to hear this, but I've consulted hundreds of people, not in for-profit, but in nonprofits. I've consulted pastors, I've consulted nonprofit executives, and I've had to sit down with many of them and disappoint them. Because one of the questions I would ask them, so what is the name of your nonprofit? Oh, the name of my nonprofit, because God gave it to me in a dream, We Finna Save the World Incorporated. And I'm like, what's the name? We Finna Save the World Incorporated. Oh, we gonna do everything God called us to do, ministries. And I'm like, no. No. Number one, it's too many words. It's too many words. Number two, and then churches get real crazy. This is the Apostolic, Prophetic, Evangelistic, Pastoral Teaching Ministry International of the South Side of Atlanta Incorporated. And I'm like, bruh, you can't even find a sign to put all those words on it. You get what I'm saying? So my point is, when you think about the right structure, I want you to think about the legal entity, the concept, how you structure it, and then the layers of it in terms of the location, the name. You got to think about, does this legal entity need divisions? Or does this legal entity need subsidiaries? These are things that you have to take into consideration. Now, let me pause real quick before I go to the third tool. If what I'm saying to you is either confusing you or exciting you, but it's resonating with you because you know he's right. I need the right mindset. I need the right structure, but you just don't know how to get it. I want you to really be prepared to be a part of what I'm going to offer you at the end of this show, because we have just upgraded and expanded our 1-year business coaching program. And I'm really, really excited about this. And here's the thing. I was just telling Tony the other day, earlier before the show, back when you and my wife, back when they first started talking to me about this coaching program, I was like, oh, I ain't no. I ain't coaching nobody now. I ain't no coach. And every day they like, you a coach. I'm like, I'm not a coach. I do not want to coach people. And finally, they talked me into it. And now, months later, after I've launched the coaching program, listen to me. I'm like, oh, I'm excited now, because I can actually see the impact that it's making in people. And it's really exciting me, because ultimately that's what I want to do. I want to help people, and I want to change people's lives by changing their socioeconomic situation. So for years as a preacher, I've changed people's lives, being used by God as a prophet, as an apostle, as an evangelist, as a revivalist. So spiritually, I've always, for 21 years, been able to see how God has changed so many people's lives through me spiritually. But to be able to see the changes in people's lives from a socio-economic perspective, I am just as excited as I was when I was just preaching every day of the week, prophesying every day of the week, laying hands every day of the week. And the truth is, if you have been around me enough when it comes to business, I'm still preaching, praying, prophesying, laying hands, casting out devils, making impartations into people. It's just through another vehicle. So I want you to be prepared, especially if you're not a part of our 1-year business coaching program. The third tool for building a successful business is you need the right products. You need the right products. If any of you have any questions that you want to ask me during this live, take advantage of my availability. Take advantage of my availability. My little sister say it almost once a week to me. She say, Mom, I keep telling them, there's going to come a time They ain't gonna be able to talk with you. They ain't gonna be able to get to you. They ain't gonna be able to see you like that. It ain't gonna be that because you're gonna have too many other responsibilities. I keep telling them they better get in now. Because my little sister, she's been around long enough to see me climb that mountain and climb up those ranks. And so my point is, for those of you that have questions, you better start picking my brain. You better start picking my brain. You really better start picking my brain. It seems like the people that have been around me the most are the people who are used to picking my brain. They're not afraid to ask questions. They're not afraid to help me help them figure out what it takes for them to move forward and succeed. That's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about each one teaching one, especially if the one has reached one to teach one. Now you got to take what the one is teaching you now that they've reached you, if that makes sense. If it don't, just go back and rewatch this later and figure it out. The third tool for building a successful business is you need the right products. You need the right products. You need the right products. So here's a question that I want to ask some of you business owners or entrepreneurs, side hustlers, network marketers. Are you 100% confident in your products? And is your confidence in the product based on you knowing that the product is an amazing product? And is your confidence in you knowing that the market really needs your product? So if you're not sure that you have an amazing product, or if you have an amazing product and you don't have the confidence in it, and how do you know if you have confidence in it? Do you actually use your product? Like if somebody was selling you your product, would you buy it? And would you pay the same amount for it? I don't have a product that I can honestly say I wouldn't buy if somebody was selling it to me. I wish somebody sold me the type of coaching that I provide. I wish somebody sold me the type of consulting. And here's the thing. I have paid for consulting. I still pay for it today. I still pay for coaching. My business is built around us being able to pay for the same services we might provide in a different way. I don't mind paying for it because I know if I'm willing to pay for something, I'll be willing to sell it. So you need the right products. So here's some things that you need to take into consideration to make sure you have the right products. Are your products physical products? Okay, are your products virtual products? Do you need physical products instead of virtual products, or do you need both? So you need to look at the physical products you have. You need to look at the virtual products you have. You're living in a virtual world. I don't know a business that at some point won't need a virtual product. As a matter of fact, most, if not all of the people that I coach or consult about their business, when it comes to their products, when we get to that item on the list, I almost always recommend that if you don't have virtual products, you need to start working on building it. You need a virtual product. And some of my clients, I have given them my own personal blueprint. I've told a lot of my clients, hey, listen, just go to my university platform, go to one of my websites, I got enough of them, go to any one of them, copy and paste the concept that you see me using, and basically have your own version of Ramon Preston Enterprises. Have your own version of Ramon Preston University. Have your own version of the RP Consulting Group or program or whatever it is. Because you need physical, and at some point you're gonna need virtual products. I remember before COVID in 2020, before I resigned as the pastor of my church in 2019, before I launched my first program in 2018, I remember the Lord prompting me to go virtual with my school of ministry, with my school of prophets, and with my business and financial training. At the time, I didn't even really have any virtual products. all of my products were physical. In order for you to get taught from me or for me to train you, in order for me and my wife to consult you at the time, it was just us, a 2-man show or 1 woman, 1 man show. It was all physical. And when God prompted me to go virtual or to go digital or to convert our business into the world that we're in right now, which is a digital revolutionized world, we didn't have it. And it was a very, very, very difficult process. I know I might make it look easy, but it was not an easy process for us to get to where we are in our organization. It was not an easy process. We had to relocate our physical building. We had to reset our whole organization, our nonprofit and our for-profit. We literally had to like peel it all the way back to the bone, to the marrow, and like recreate a whole new world for what we are doing right now. So you need the right products. Now you got to think about the physical products you need. You got to think about the virtual products you need. Here's another line item under the right products: intellectual products. This seems to be like one of the biggest items for a lot of our clients, because a lot of them are not thinking about their intellectual property. You know, like for example, somebody we were talking to last week, and we were talking about their intellectual property, about them taking their recipes for their cookbook. Maybe it was Tamika or somebody. It was somebody. It was Virginia. Okay. So taking their recipes and making that a line item of their products. So now all of a sudden you got recipes, you got a certain process that you use, a certain system that you use. Well, that needs to be differentiated from the physical or virtual products you have, and you need to create an intellectual line of products, so that just in case somebody doesn't want your physical product, just in case somebody doesn't want your virtual product, what if somebody just wants your process? That's what we were talking about earlier, about some of the systems that we're building and processes that we're creating. We're doing the math and getting the metrics. Basically, we're doing research and development with a lot of things. But at some point, guess what? Those things that we have mastered and we perfected may not be physical or virtual products and services that we provide, but it may be intellectual property. It may be a system that we can provide for our clients, not a service. You get what I'm saying? That's different. So you got to think about that. You got to think about, even if I don't sell a product or a service, can I sell a system?
That's good.
You get what I'm saying? Because if I can sell a system, now all of a sudden, I don't necessarily have to do the work, but I've done the work. That's the thing. I've done the work. So once I do the work one time and do it right, now I can make that one of my products. Here's some other line items under the right products. You got to think about pricing. Once you get the right products, is it the right price? Is it priced right? You got to think about the packaging. Is it packaged right? Like, we have these conversations all the time about this stuff. Like, my company is not exempt from learning and growing. We learn and we grow and we get better and better every day. That's what we're supposed to do. But I was just having a conversation with y'all yesterday. I think we were talking about how there are certain people who sell certain online virtual products like we have for much more with less content, and it looks a mess. You could go to their platforms and you could tell they just kind of made this up. They just went to WordPress, or what's the other one? They just went to Wix or WordPress and just kind of just threw some stuff together and took a few YouTube videos, Yeah, they chose a template and was like, let me just get my iPhone out and just, make a few videos and, download a few lives and let me just make this a course. But you got to think about your packaging. Here's some other things you got to think about. Your production. Meaning, how are you producing these products and services? Is it taking more time? Is it taking more money? There are certain products you can sell and you can make money selling it, but you could be losing money every time you sell it. Like, that's a big deal, especially like in the restaurant business, because if you don't, or the bar business, if you don't price your products right. One of my favorite shows is Bar Rescue. John Taffer, that's my dog. He reminds me of the Irish side of my family, because that's how my mama side of the family was. You know, loud, click, cuss, go off, and he yell at everybody. What are you thinking about? I told you not to do it. And he just like be right up in their face, and then like 20 minutes later, hey, you got it? Hey, I'm so proud of you. I do that. I know. That's the Irish. My grandma used to say, that's the Irish side of you. You will click on somebody and like 5 minutes later come in the office, hey, boo, you good? You straight?
No.
And you like, no, I'm not straight. I'm still offended at how you just went in on me. And I done got past it. But John Taffer on Bar Rescue, he talks a lot about how you could be selling a drink or item in that bar, that restaurant, and every time you sell it for $5, you lose $2.50. So you're actually losing money because you didn't think about the production and the pricing of your products. You also got to think about presentation. How are you presenting your products? That goes into marketing. That's a whole nother conversation. So the third tool for building a successful business is you need the right products. The fourth tool is you need the right systems and processes. You need the right systems and processes. What kind of systems do you have for your business? Well, I'm going to give you a few very important systems you're going to need for your business. Number one, you're going to need an executive system. You're going to need an executive system. We teach about the 5 executive systems. We teach that in our blueprint, and we teach that to our clients in our coaching program. The second system is a sales system. You need a sales system. You need to figure out the best way to sell or share your products and services. The third system I would have to attach to that would be a marketing system. How are you marketing and promoting or presenting your value proposition of your products and services to the market? The fourth system is more of a business entrepreneurial system, so that you can know what the flow of your business operation is. There needs to be a flow in your business operation. There needs to be a flow, like from being introduced to your business as a prospect to buying something and staying in your ecosystem. I, as a customer or client, should be able to have that experience. But you got to create that. That's a part of a business or entrepreneurial system. So those are the 4 main systems, which, by the way, if you are a part of our 1-year business coaching program, just in case you have missed all the memos we've been sending out all week, we have upgraded and expanded our business coaching program, and all of you that are a part of it have received that upgrade and expansion for free. And one of the upgrades that we've made is we have added for free, as a complimentary bonus, we've added 4 quarterly VIP workshops. Some of you participated in the 2 workshops, or at least one of the workshops that we hosted in June. Well, now moving forward, you don't even have to pay for an additional workshop. We've added that to the coaching program. So now, as a member of our 1-year business coaching program, not only do you get 4 quarterly masterminds, but you're also getting 4 quarterly VIP workshops. And so those 4 workshops throughout the course of your year membership, you're going to have access to a sales workshop, a marketing workshop, a business workshop, and it was sales, marketing, business, and a financial workshop. Thank you. Say what now? What's the comment?
I just want to take this moment to say thank you in advance for helping me get to millionaire status. Thank you for pushing me and stretching me, my mind higher and making me reach deeper and go harder. This is from Samantha.
Thank you.
And this is one of the coaches.
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for trusting us to serve you and your business. We're so proud of you. We celebrate you. And we commend you for everything that you have accomplished in just a short period of time being a part of our one-year business coaching program. So congratulations to you and thank you for the comment. So the fourth tool that you need for building a successful business is the right systems and processes. That's a tool. You need the right systems and processes. And so for those of you that need financial systems and processes, you need sales systems and processes, marketing systems and processes, business or entrepreneurial or executive systems and processes. Guess what? We've added that. We've added that to our one-year business coaching program. So you get that as a complimentary bonus for being a part of our one-year business coaching program. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring this on in. The fifth and final tool for building a successful business is you need the right people. You need the right people. I should have made this number one, but you need the right mindset. So number one needed to be the right mindset. Because if you don't have the right mindset, I already know you ain't gonna have the right structure, you ain't gonna have the right products, you ain't gonna have the right systems and processes, and you definitely ain't gonna be around the right people. So if you're listening to me and you know everything that I just taught you, this was a lesson that I just gave you for free on a show on social media that people might charge thousands of dollars to teach to their customers and clients that I just gave to you for free. If you know that you don't have the right people in the world of your personal life, in the world of your business life, in the world of your financial life, then guess what? You got to make the decision, and you can't keep putting this decision off. Like, I'm really hard pressing my team, and I'm hard pressing everybody in my tribe that's a part of our community, that you got to get past this analysis and contemplation, waiting for the perfect time to pull the trigger and make a decision to get what you need in your life. Some of you should have been a part of our business coaching program. You trust me as a professional business consultant. You know what I say and what I share is game changing. You see my life. You see the success on my life. You don't take it personal or get offended as if I'm bragging or boasting. You understand that I'm highlighting my life and the success in my life economically and financially, and even in business professionally, because I want you to know that I actually have what it takes to help you have that same experience. The only thing that's missing is you making the decision. You have to make a decision. And so I want you to make that decision today, because the fifth tool that you need for building a successful business is the right people. And that's not just staff, but that's support. Imagine you having me in your ear on a regular basis. Imagine you having access to my team and to our community, because we're building a community. That's what I want. And guess what? All of you that's a part of our community, I'm challenging you today to do something that I want to see if you're going to live up to it. Here's what I want you to do. If you are already a part of our community, that means if you are, I want you to take this note, because I want to challenge you to see if you're going to do it. And I'm going to ask my staff to let me know when you do it. If you are a part of our community, that means you have purchased a product or service. That means you have joined our Blueprint Game Plan program. You're on our online university. Or that may mean you are in our coaching program. This is what I want you to do. I want you to send us, whether you call in or send an email or even text it. I want you to send me the names and contact information of people that you know who need to be a part of this business coaching community. Yeah, it might be something in there for you. If you do that and we can speak to them and they become a part of our business coaching community, there may be a kickback coming to you just to show our appreciation. So I want you to take the numbers if you don't have the numbers. If you are already a part of our business coaching community, I want you to text some names and numbers of individuals. It could be some business partners. It could be family members and friends. But the people that you know, it ain't no if you know people who need this. You might not be the one to talk with them. You might be trying to sell them another product that you have or service. But if they could get this type of training and this type of support for what they're doing in their lives, it's probably going to make them more money and give them a better reason to connect with you and be a part of what you're doing. So I want to challenge all of you that are already a part of our community. I want to challenge you to do that. Can you still see me on the screen? I want to challenge you to do that. So take me up on that challenge. And I want y'all to let me know who sends y'all some names and numbers, because I might be a blessing to them. Send me some names and numbers of people that you know need this business coaching community in their life. I want you to send me their names. I want you to send me their numbers. If you have their email address, don't be concerned about, I don't know if I'm going to give people information out. Everybody else already cold calling them. Everybody else already banging their phones and emails up. Scam Likely is calling their phone already. They already declining everybody every day. So let us get on their nerves. At least you know we're going to serve them a better purpose. And guess what? Some of you should refer your clients to us, because that's going to make your clients more money. Think about that. See, I'm not competing with nobody. I want to help everybody, because there's a certain job that I'm doing. There's a certain solution we're providing. It's not going to take anything away from the relationship you have with them. But imagine the people you reaching out to that you want to do business with. Imagine them being in a financial position to do business with you. Imagine them having the right mindset, having the right structure, having the right products that's making them money, having the right financial stability, having the right education, having the right opportunities, having the right people. Think about them having the right things in their life, and then it reflects in your relationship with them. So I want all of you that's a part of our business coaching community, or if you're a part of anything that we have provided, you've purchased anything, tell me who you know that needs what we have and give us an opportunity to call them. We want your referral. We want to earn their business. And we want to show them that you doing business with us has given us an opportunity to do business with them so that we can work together as a community. We need to do that more anyway. Now, if you're not a part of our business coaching community, behind me you see the screen. Here is what our new, updated, and expanded one-year business coaching program provides. We have updated it and expanded it. And again, it was already good. This program here literally is a $20,000 program. And we have sold this coaching program prior to this one-year business coaching. We've sold our original coaching program at its original price. So it's not like I'm making these numbers up. My personal assistant, CMO, my wife, my team, they know what we do. They see the numbers. They know what we're doing in our business. And what we did was we started our business coaching program as a 90-day coaching program. And so the 90-day coaching program initially was a $5,000 program. It was an exclusive business coaching program that I led as the executive consultant and coach of the program. And we had big ticket clients who really didn't bother with even thinking about spending $5,000 for 90 days to get what they needed from me. They were willing to pay it. So it was a proof of concept that worked. But because my team saw such a great need, not just in our community, but they saw a great need in the community of clients that we had who were already purchasing certain products and programs and services that we provided that they had already purchased, we collectively came together and I made the executive decision to extend what was a 90-day program for $5,000 to a 1-year program, the equivalent of 4 90-day programs, which is a total of $20,000, and to provide this program for 1 year. Because once we did all the math, we saw that, you know what? Within a 1-year period, if everybody we consult and coach does what we instruct them to do, within a 1-year period, they should be at least 6 figures. We did the math on it. We did the math. We did the metrics. And if you know me, you know when I say I'm doing the math, I'm really doing the math. I'm running them numbers back and forth. And so since we launched this 1-year business coaching program back in April, we're 3 months into it now. We're seeing so many positive results. We decided to add, to upgrade, to expand it because of the history that we've seen just within the last 90 days. And so what we've done is we've expanded and upgraded and expanded our benefits. And here is everything that you get when you join our 1-year business coaching program. Now, before I read this list, here's what's most important. Even though this is a $5,000 program, you still have 3 payment options. Payment option number 1, you could pay the $5,000 in full one time. Payment option number 2, you can qualify for a 12-month payment plan, which means you could break that $5,000 up over the course of 12 months, meaning that you can pay the first of 12 payments and get access to all of this today. The third payment option is even better. You can qualify for a 24-month payment plan. Now, who doing that? Who giving you a 12-month business coaching program, a real business coaching program, and giving you 24 months to pay it off? That's a year after the program is over. That's how bad I want to help people and get you to your next level so you can experience what everybody needs to experience in our community. That's 6 figures. Now, if you want the 24-month payment plan option, you've got to text the numbers you see in the description and in the comments, because my team and I, we need to talk with you to make sure that you qualify for the 24 months. Because if you get a 24-month payment plan and you pay one payment of 24 payments and get access to all of these benefits, and then we can't find you in 2 months, because some people done already did me like that, but they just showed me how shady they are. And what they fail to realize is they'll never get no further than where they left me. You just missed what I said. And I hope they watching, because I just feel shady right now. But for the people who signed up for my coaching program, promised to pay monthly payments, and didn't because we qualified them when their character was disqualified, they really did me a favor, because they can never get anything from me, and they got to stay on social media and sit on the sidelines and watch me and my team and community win, knowing that they're losers. And that was for free. Back to my point so I can get from under this shade tree. Here are the benefits of our 1-year business coaching program. You get an initial one-on-one coaching session. Can you still see me? You get an initial one-on-one coaching session. So let me show you how it works. You text coaching to one of those numbers. I'm going to walk you through the whole process right now. You could text and grab your phone and you text coaching to one of those numbers that's in the description. One of those numbers that's in the comments. Once you text coaching, guess what's going to happen? One of us are going to call you back and we're going to take you through an assessment over the phone to at least qualify you for our 1-year business coaching program. We just want to make sure that what we're providing is something you actually need. If you don't need it, we're not going to sell you something that we know you don't need. My staff is trained to know if you just don't fit the criteria, they're going to offer you a book or a free webinar or something else. They're not going to push you on something they know you're not going to use it. You don't qualify for it. Okay? So we're going to take you through that assessment. Now, once we take you through that assessment and we decide that this is something that we agree on that you need, you're going to pay your first payment, whether it's the one-time payment, the 12-month payment plan, or the 24-month payment plan. Either way, once you pay that first payment, we're going to schedule your first initial one-on-one coaching session. We'll schedule that today. Okay? When we schedule that one-on-one coaching session, that's going to be the session that we use to identify with what your goals are for the 1 year, what you want to accomplish in your business, what you want to accomplish in your finances, what you want to accomplish in your ministry, whatever it is that you want to do, what you want to accomplish in your investment endeavors. Once we identify with those goals, we're going to develop a game plan. We're going to put together a game plan to show you this is how you get to where you say you want to be in a year. Once we develop that game plan, we're going to show you how to integrate the right systems, the right processes. We're going to show you how to take your ideas or your products and services and package them and price them so you can take them to the market and start making money. Once we do that, we're going to put an execution action plan together. And that's going to be your initial one-on-one coaching session. But look at all the other benefits that you get, which, by the way, if you are already in our coaching program, some of these benefits you haven't gotten in the first 3 months being a part of it. But now these are the new benefits that we've upgraded and expanded and added for your benefit. Look at it. We're going to have 52 weeks of live Zoom coaching calls. This is a new added benefit because starting Monday, August the 2nd, we're going to host weekly live Zoom coaching calls. So that means every 7 days, I'm going to show up, my team is going to show up, our professionals are going to show up, but you're going to show up. Because I told my team when we decided to do 52 weeks of live Zoom coaching calls, one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing it because I felt like we were not in front of each other enough. I felt like we needed at least a week-to-week touch point. We needed to be able to see each other. You could see me on the Zoom. I can see you. You could see my team. They're on there interacting. And that's going to just help really concentrate our relationship. Remember, I want this to be a community. That's my goal. I want it to be a community. Every Sunday when I go to my wife's church, when I go to Next Level Church, and I see the community that has been created in Next Level Church, and I think back to 2007 when I first planted that church, and I led that church as a pastor with just me and my wife knocking on doors. But I had the same dream, the same drive. I wanted to build a community. I wanted people to have a home spiritually and to see where that ministry is and to see all the ministries and the entrepreneurs that are in that church. It does my heart well because I saw that in a dream 14 and a half years ago. And for the last 2 years, I haven't even pastored the church, and I can see that dream still living. But I want to see that for us economically too. I don't just want us to be deep and spiritual and anointed, but broke and struggling and with no legacies, with no ownership, with no experience for the better things in life. So the 52 weeks of live Zoom coaching calls is going to help us come closer together on a regular basis. We're also going to have 52 weeks of virtual training assignments. So basically, every week, we're going to be doing something together. We'll have our virtual live Zooms where we'll be able to see each other every 7 days, but then we're going to have certain training assignments that we're going to use to stay connected. These are going to be like the weekly connective tissues that we're going to use every week. Oh, okay, good. We also have 4 quarterly group masterminds. So our 4 quarterly group masterminds, in which we have one coming up on Saturday, August the 21st. So when you join, or if you join, you could be a part of our next group quarterly mastermind. We added also 4 quarterly VIP workshops. I just mentioned that earlier. These workshops are going to be like the nuts and bolts for sales, for finances, tax strategies, accounting, QuickBooks, for business and entrepreneurship processes, and for marketing. We're going to use those workshops to kind of give you the nuts and bolts of the most important pillars and processes you need in your business. Every client in our coaching program has a personal coaching coordinator. For those of you that are already a part of our coaching program, you already know somebody talks with you and communicates with you on a regular basis. We give you 1 year free access to our Blueprint game plan. Now, for those of you that have already purchased our Blueprint game plan, especially if you are on a contract, you can join this 1 year business coaching program, and we can reset your contract if you call us today and upgrade to the coaching program. We'll reset that contract that you have. Also, we're starting a exclusive private Facebook group. This Facebook group is going to be our social community that we use, because we have a lot of clients in our coaching community now who work with each other. They barter with each other. They partner with each other. They do deals with each other. They share clients and customers with each other. They share ideas and relationships and networks with each other. And we want to build that community even more physically, virtually, but also socially. So you get all those benefits. Like, I don't even know if you're going to find a 1 year business coaching program that provides all of this. If you do, I want you to screenshot it and send it to me and let me know. I would love to see what they're offering and how they're doing it. But I love all of you. I appreciate all of you for taking the time to be a part of today's show. Please drop in the comments your biggest takeaways. For those of you that are ready to be a part of our 1 year business coaching program and our business coaching community, I want you to text coaching to one of the numbers that you see in the description or in the comments. And if you're already a part of it, congratulations, because you've been upgraded. We've expanded your benefits. We have added more products and assets and services and solutions for you so that we can scale you to 6 figures and beyond. If you are already a part of our coaching community, please, I challenge you, send me names, numbers, and email addresses of the people you know who needs this. Because y'all know how I get. I get to a certain point, certain things start happening, and I'll just scrap it. I'll say, you know what? We've done enough. If I don't have activity, I'm just going to scrap it and keep moving to what's next, and keep evolving and keep growing and keep serving. So we want to give this to our community. We want you to be a part of our community. It's a movement that we're building. And I know on the other side of this, so many of you, just like what we just heard from one of our clients, are going to have testimonies and success stories of how this information, this training, this coaching, this accountability, this support has brought you to a place of success. So we love y'all. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the Ramon Preston